All right, people, welcome back to the Kaiba Show. Unfortunately, this week I'm a little bit under the weather. Your boy's been sick for a couple of days, but I still wanted to bring you guys a review. Netflix has started, and it started last week, but it's a 3-week movie series event. Fear Street, that's right, your boy R.L. Stine's Fear Street is on Netflix, so let's get it.
Welcome to the Kaiba
All right, people. So Fear Street, that is written by author R.L. Stine, has hit Netflix, and it's a 3-part movie series. And the first one that started last week, which I'm doing my review on, is Fear Street Part 1, 1994. And then the second one, which should be this week, is Part 2, 1978. And then the third one, Part 3, is going to be 1666. And basically, for the first movie, not to give too much information away, basically we have a group of teenagers that they come against a supernatural force where they're trying to figure out why all these massacres is happening. And I think it's called Shady Side because there's two towns, Shady Side and then like Sunnyvale. So the two rival towns, when it comes to sports, a group of kids from one side with a kid from another side, they come together to try to figure out what's this supernatural force that's um helping to create. Basically, I'm not trying to give nothing away. I want you guys to check it out. What's going on with these massacres that's been occurring, and they're basically going into investigation. So bottom line, let me start off with saying this. Excuse me, my voice. Like I said, I've been under the weather, but I wanted to give you guys a video this week. I'm an 80s baby, so I was raised in the 90s, grew up in the 90s. So I grew up on R.L. Stine, his Fear Street, Goosebumps, all that good stuff. Even used to watch the Goosebumps show. For Netflix, and this movie is rated R. The 3-part movie series, they're rated R. For a Netflix situation, I will say this: I was entertained. It's not the best horror movie whatsoever, but for like a slasher movie, especially for recent ones, I was entertained. It has the nostalgic vibe with it, so I appreciated the movie for what it was because of that. Because you get like the classic '80s, '90s slasher vibe from this movie. The Michael Myers, the Jasons, even from the Screams from the '90s. You get that vibe with this movie. They even had the comic relief with that one kid that's always like saying or doing something crazy that'll have you laugh. The character that I'm talking about in this one, he was a hit and miss sometimes. Sometimes his jokes landed, other times he didn't. There is the cheesy dialogue in here. We got to remember this is a movie based on teenagers, so it's going to have the teenage cheesy dialogue. So the storyline was decent, acting was okay. Like I said, there were some scenes where the dialogue was very, very cheesy, but that's expected with these type of slasher movies because it's based off of teenagers. So you kind of got to go in there with an open mind. I will say there's a scene in the third act that I had to give the movie an extra point 0.5 from what I originally was thinking I was going to give the movie halfway through it. But there's this one kill scene that I didn't even expect the gore factor to be on the level that it was. Like Netflix shocked me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give the movie an extra point 0.5 just because of this kill scene. But other than that, I was entertained. As a horror movie for the past 2 months, I will say this: I was more entertained watching this with the storyline, the plot, which I don't want to give it away because it's a 3-part series. So they're going to continue this storyline with the next one, even though they're going backwards, because part 2 takes place in 1978. But I was more entertained watching this movie for the horror aspect than I was with The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So I definitely think if you're a R.L. Stine fan, you grew up reading his books, definitely check this out. I was actually excited when I found out about this. And I couldn't wait to check it out. I couldn't wait to watch it to see if Netflix was going to bring it. And for a Netflix movie, it's pretty decent. It's definitely worth check it out if you ain't got nothing to do. It's a good popcorn. Like if you're a horror fan, check this movie out. I don't think you would be totally disappointed. Like I said, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. And I was actually more entertained watching this than I was like a month ago watching The Conjuring. So on the Kaiba scale of 1 to 10, I was originally gonna give the movie a 6.5 because it was okay. But this kill scene at the end, I was like, all right, I gotta give the movie an extra 0.5 on the Kaiba scale. So I'm gonna give the movie a soft 7. I'm gonna give it a soft 7. It was straight. It was okay. It's not the best, but I am looking forward to seeing part two. And hopefully part two does the movie justice, where I'll be looking forward to seeing part three. So part one was last Friday. I think part two is this Friday, and then part three will be the following Friday after that. So expect those next two reviews coming from your boy. And yeah, as you guys already know the drill. I'm sorry, I apologize again. My voice is not the best right now because I've been under the weather. But you know the drill. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. After doing that, hit the bell button so you get notified every time I upload a video. And please leave a comment at the bottom. Let me know what you thought of part one, Fear Street 1994. And hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.